I know that you've said that color plays an incredible role in style. Can you talk to us about color in general, and then we'll dive in a little bit deeper?
Absolutely. That is my favorite thing to talk about. We could have, endless conversation about color. But really, there's been statistics that show that between 62 to 90% of someone's initial impression about either you as a person or your product is based on color alone. So that tells you how significant color really is and what a big impact it has on people psychologically. So I know you talk a lot about color psychology in general. I also love to train my clients in personal color psychology, which is taking your innate color characteristics and using them in a way to communicate the effect that you want to have either, with your business or even just showing up for a coffee date with a friend or a first date, with a potential partner and things like that. There's a lot of cool color tricks that you can use to empower yourself in that way.
Ooh, fun. Can you give me an example?
Absolutely. So one of my favorites to share with people is that wearing your eye color, especially close to your face, so either in a top or in earrings or a scarf, will help give you a more trustworthy and credible appearance.
Really?
Yeah. No matter what your eye color is. And that's such a safe bet because your eye color is naturally going to look great on you. You don't have to worry about, oh, am I getting the exact right hue? If it's in your eye color, it's going to look amazing on you. So I recommend stocking up on that color, whatever it is, in tops and things to layer up top because it will give you that air of credibility and authority. And it's also really great for enhancing eye contact as well, because when you're wearing your eye color, people are naturally going to gravitate back to your eyes. So it's perfect for a job interview or sales calls with clients and things like that.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Sure.
My eye color is actually, it shows up in different lights, but it's gray on my license plate. But I actually do wear a lot of, like the blues and the grays. And that was completely subconscious, but I love that correlation, and somebody did the statistics and the study behind that. That's amazing. So how do you, aside from eye color, how do you start to identify what colors are good for you? Again, let's put our entrepreneur hat back on. How do you decide what your signature style color might be?
Yeah. So if you're talking about branding, it's definitely, when you're the face of your business, you want to look good next to your business and you want your business to look good next to you. So I think that's one of the key things that's kind of missing a lot of times in developing a brand palette is what looks good on you and is going to put you in your best light. So, there's a lot of basic things that you can do, just figuring out whether you look best in warm, neutral, or cool colors. That's kind of step one. A lot of that comes down to your skin tone. That's the largest determining factor of what color temperatures are going to look best on you. But of course, if you have a really warm hair color, that can pull you in another direction, things like that. So that's a trickier one to figure out. That's what I love to help clients with because there is a lot of confusion around skin tone temperatures. I do have some really great blog articles that I could point you to if you want to link those up in your show notes for people so that they could start to get an idea of what their skin tone temperature might be. So that's kind of step one. You can also consider what metal temperatures look best on you. So if you typically gravitate towards more golds or bronzy metal colors, it's likely that it's because warm colors do flatter you best. I find people typically have a pretty good innate sense of what works well for them. It's rare that I find someone who's genuinely clueless about colors. Usually we know what we feel best in and what we hear the most compliments about. So you can trust yourself when it comes to your colors. But if you are looking for more guidance, what I love to do is create personal color palettes for my clients where I really evaluate, not only their personal color qualities, but looking at what is their personality, what colors are they drawn to, and then creating a unique palette that brings their most flattering hues to light. And then from there, we can say, okay, now what's the visual aesthetic that you want to have with your brand? What message do you want to convey to people? And then from there, we can pull out colors from their personal color palette to put into their brand. So we know that they're going to look amazing on them. The other fun thing about having a personal color palette is that all the colors are designed to be in harmony with one another. So when you're shopping primarily based on those colors, it makes it so much easier to get dressed because everything in your closet just goes seamlessly together.
You are speaking my language, Heather. I love everything about this.
Yay.
Amazing. I've gotten to the point now where this is going to sound terrible, but I'm just going to say it the way that it came up in my mind. But I've trained my husband on what's on brand for me and what's not. So like decor, clothing, he's like, oh, I saw this. I immediately thought of you. I'm like, yes. Something is working.
That's such a powerful testament to your branding that he knows. And I'm sure your audience and your clients feel the exact same way. They know when it's you, when they see it.
Yeah. It's so, so powerful.